Steph, are people driving faster? It definitely feels like it. And the driving data we collected backs it up. Ask anyone in Connecticut to talk about speeding.
Craziness, chaos, everybody's in a hurry.
And they will have a story.
Just coming back to Wethersfield from Vernon today, I had somebody change lanes and I had to actually veer to my right to avoid getting whacked.
Just every day, people dodging in and out of traffic, weaving, cutting people off.
If it does feel like people are going faster and faster, it's because they are. Using Connecticut Department of Transportation data, the I-Team tracked speeds over the last 5 years. Here's some examples. On the Wilbur Cross Parkway in Hamden back in June 2018, before the pandemic, 3.9% of drivers were driving between 76 to 80 miles per hour on the 55 mile per hour roadway. That number jumped to 7% in June 2022. On I-95 in Norwalk in June 2018, just 0.1% of drivers were going more than 85 miles per hour, which under state law is reckless driving. In June 2022, that number jumped to 5%. That's thousands of more drivers.
COVID really had a really negative impact on speeding behavior and reckless driving behavior as well.
Eric Jackson, director of the Connecticut Transportation Institute, studies the numbers for a living. Jackson knows people might be sick of hearing COVID being blamed for things, but says that's what his research shows. As traffic volume dropped during the pandemic, less traffic on the road encouraged higher speeds. But speed didn't slow down once traffic picked back up when people went back to work. And those high speeds have big consequences. In one of the state's deadliest years, 2022, police investigated 400 speed-related crashes with serious injuries. 125 were fatal. In 2023, there were 315 with 78 fatalities. There have been 65 speed-related crashes in 2024 so far. 9 were fatal.
During COVID, people were faced with risk every single day. They were kind of confronted with the risk of being infected with COVID and potentially dying. So people have kind of become numb to the fact that driving is a dangerous task.
We met with Jackson off the Silas Deane Highway in Wethersfield, one of the areas where speeding is most prevalent. Jackson says because it's fairly wide and has a lot of long straight stretches with few lights.
It turns into a drag strip at times.
He and the Department of Transportation identify these high-speed areas to see what can be done to stop dangerous driving. Those fixes can include road design.
It's amazing the psychological effect that taking a 14-foot lane and knocking it down to a 12-foot lane has on speeds. People feel like they're more confined and their speed will actually decrease.
They can also include speed cameras or increased enforcement.
It's deeply concerning what we've seen.
Samaya Hernandez is a spokesperson with DOT. Currently, there are around 482 projects in construction across the state on interstates, state roads, as well as town and city roads. 1,000 more in pre-construction that will deal with traffic safety to make sure we don't repeat 2022. One of the things the data identified, more serious accidents are happening on local roads than you may think.
When you think about your side streets, you have more places where folks can crash. You have more turns. You have more places where cars are meeting, and that's led to some problems.
Connecticut DOT is also giving more money to local and state police to step up patrols.
For April, I believe it's $1.7 million in grants, and that was to more than 30 police departments in Connecticut, including and the state police as well.
The idea is to get everyone on board to help.
So we need people to just slow down and pay attention.
Everybody wants to get somewhere way before they have to.
That DOT money we mentioned, state police tell us they're already stopping more people for speeding and reckless driving by targeting accident hotspots this year. The I-Team did a ride-along with state police to catch speeders. That story tomorrow. And Wednesday, the I-Team looks at the top speeders in our state and what penalties they face. With the I-Team, Sam Smink, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.